How can I serve?
I would love to hear from my higher self.
Beautiful. And what is your
And
question for your beautiful soul?
I'm going through a lot of transitions. So I want to hear any comments on transitions.
Topics on transitions. Okay, advice on that. Beautiful. Okay, Carrie, let me grab your mute button here. All right, let's tune into your higher self. Here's the funny part. Y'all want to know the funny part? I'm here to tell you the funny part. The funny part is get this, lean in, listen close, let me bend your ears. I have never not been in a transition. Ha! How about that? How about that? I'm always in a transition of some sort or some fashion. And even if it doesn't feel like it's a transition within my own life that I can pinpoint, that I can easily identify, I'm in a transition for someone else. Yep, that's me. That's what I do. If I don't have one for myself to go through, then I take a look around. Who of my beloveds, who in my inner circle is going through something that needs some accompaniment, is going through something that needs some companionship? That's me. I am the queen of transitions. So on that topic, I would rather like to teach about it because there is a way to do transitions quite lovely and lively, and there is a way to do transitions quite dense and intense. And I, for one, would rather enjoy the lovely and lively. So, how to access that? Well, I must write about it. I teach through my writing. I teach through my clarity, through my words, my written words. I teach through my journaling when I give myself the time and space to do that. But that others do see me in endless transitions and do wonder, how is she doing such a lovely, lively job of this? And I want them to know, and I want to be celebrated because I am also the queen of celebration. And I do believe in celebrating oneself and celebrating everybody else around oneself as well. So that is actually what I have to say about transitions. You are most welcome. Michael R. Hi, Michael.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How can I serve? I love your little background.
Thank you. I love my I am. Um, Basically, I'd love to connect with my wife who passed and just ask her how she's doing and if there's anything else I can do to help our daughters.
Okay. How many daughters do you have?
I have two, Amy and Rachel. They're 25 and 23.
Okay. And when did your wife transition? How long ago?
Actually, Friday, last Friday was 16 years.
Okay. I thought you were going to say last Friday. And I was going to say this
No,
might be
no,
very,
no.
very soon.
Last
Okay.
Friday was the 16th anniversary of her death
Okay, I
day.
gotcha, Michael. Okay, beautiful. Let's bring in this amazing soul that you knew as wife. She is demanding that I tell you that she made sure I called on you, and that is true. So I do. I'm going to follow her direction and tell you that that is true. Hey, baby, you are looking good. I get to try on this little sassy personality. I get to try on any sort of personality I want because I get to. I get to. It's all mine. It's all mine to do, all mine to decide. And I do want you to know I mean it. You are looking good. Are you sleeping well? Are you sleeping enough? Are you taking good care? Are you doing the things that you know you need to be doing so that you can be who you know you need to be being so that all will be well? There, I couldn't resist a little bit of a, well, should we call it a nagging? Yeah, I'll call it that. With the greatest love, I'll call it that. Now, in terms of what's missing, there's nothing missing. Boy, oh boy, do you do a thorough job of tending to everybody that we love so dearly. I dare say I have taught you well. I dare say you are an excellent student. I dare say my star student. And so I give you a gold star right smack in the middle, excuse me, of your forehead, your third eye, whatever you want to call it. You have the teacher's approval, and I am very, very, very proud indeed. So here's where the tables get turned, though. Here's what I want to know. What can I do for you? How can I be of more fascination, more delight, more surprise, more um, beauty, more loving presence, more certainty, more affirmation. You see where I'm going. I could use many, many more words. I have all the words now. And so, because I'm asking this, I'm going to demand an answer. And you don't have to do so in front of all these people because I wouldn't want you to feel self conscious. No, I would not put you in any position for that. But I do want you to let me know. And I want you to let me know every single day and multiple times a day. Because if I do not know from you directly what you most need or what type of magical concoctions or actions or activations or potions or experiences that will be most appreciated by you, then I have to guess. And I've been guessing. Yes, I have. And sometimes I guess right, and sometimes I don't. And sometimes you fall asleep. She's showing me you're taking a nap, I guess. Middle of the day, and then I find you in a I have to find you in a different state, which is perfectly fine because the sleeping state is sometimes the best one for us to dance together, the best one for us to experience one another, the best one for us to remember and remind one another of who we are together. So does that answer your question? I have no idea, but as the teacher, I must say I am so very proud of my star student. Oh, that is
All right,
beautiful.
thank you. It was beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let me also attend to Sherry Gill. How can I serve Sherry Malcolm Gill? Can you unmute? You're still muted, honey bun.
Sorry. You can
Okay.
serve me by connecting me with my friend Carol,
Okay.
who died last year.
Okay.
And we've been friends for a good 20 years or so. And she finally died from complications to diabetes. So I just wanted to check in on her. She's been on my mind a lot. So I think she's kind of kicking the door a little bit.
Okay. Beautiful. Let's tune into Carol. Do you hear yourself, girlfriend? You said this. You said she finally died. What? Was everybody just like waiting on me to kick the bucket? Was everyone just like holding their breath, waiting for me to cease my own? I'm just being funny. I'm just lightening things up. I'm just bringing a little bit of giggle to the circle because you all look a little serious, I'd say. Now, you have good reason to have your serious looks because there's a whole a whole shit show going on around. I can see, I can feel, we can sense it from here, but it will all be okay. It will all be okay. It will all be okay. I'm so glad, my dear sister friend, that you've invited me in this way because I want to give that message. I want to give it to you. I want to give it to everyone here. I wanted to give it to all the everyone's everywhere. It's all is going to be okay. And that might sound empty if it were coming from anyone else, but coming from someone who finally just so funny, finally died. I believe I have the right to say such a thing. So, yes, you have been sensing me, and I'm not kicking on anything. I am gently blowing. You feel the breeze? Do you feel the breeze even when you're not outside to feel a breeze? That's me. You feel a tickle? You feel a tickle on your skin, a tickle on your neck, a tickle on your face, a tickle on the top of your head. That's me. That's how I like to make myself known. I blow air. I've been told I'm full of hot air, so I might as well blow the air to get your attention. And the reason I wanted to get your attention, get this, was just to say, hey, I love you. That's all. Oh my God, these souls are so precious. So, yes, it's all going to be okay. Okay. So there's not a name on this, but it says iPhone 44 and there's balloons in your background. And if you would like to come off mute, how can I serve?
Trying to figure this out here.
Yes, you got
Oh
it.
my God, I'm crying already.
Yeah, good. We love crying. Emoting is so healthy.
Um, first I don't even know what to say, but okay. Let me get my bearings here because I'm a little shy, but um I wanna kind of know like why. All right, let me think for a second. I have a couple of things on my mind. I'm trying to figure out which one is which one
So
I want to channel to, but
you can toss them both out there and I'll tell you where the energy is the highest and that's what we'll channel.
okay. I recently lost my nana in August, and I've been thinking about her a lot, and I always try to like see signs of things and just try to connect with her. So I'm just seeing if I can connect with her now.
Okay, and your other question?
It's not even a question. It's just kind of like I don't like right now I'm in a weird transition in my life and I just don't know like what direction to go really
Okay.
and why, certain things happen to me that are they seem really bad all the time, just not really getting a break.
Okay, that's what we're going to tune into. Not that Nana's not here, she is. Um, what if I asked you, what is the heaviest thing on your heart right now that has just recently occurred that's weighing on you?
My relationship with my dad.
Okay, so that's a little bit tumultuous right now.
Yeah.
Okay, are you guys speaking at the moment or no?
We just spoke today, but it didn't really go well. It was the first time in like 5 months.
Okay, is it okay with you if we channel him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's only going to be love that comes through, but I want to make sure that's fine. All right, let's channel your dad. Well, this is obvious, but I should say it nonetheless. I am having a hell of a time. A hell of a time. And please don't take this on, sweetheart. This is not even about you. Oh, sure, I can make it sound like it's about you. And I do. And that for a fleeting moment gives me a little bit of respite from what I actually do need to look at and feel into and acknowledge, which is exactly what I am bringing to the table. And I'm really not terribly ready to do that, not in the way that you should expect me to, not in the way that I am capable of. So I guess what I'm trying to say right now, not with the best of words, but trying nonetheless, is that I can do better. I can do better. I can do better. How do I do better? How do I do better? And you don't need to answer this. I am more just putting it out there in the airwaves so you can recognize yourself in my words, so you can recognize our similarities over our differences, so you can recognize that the struggles are pretty much shared. What I see in you that I see in me, it's that kind of a thing. I see so much in you that I see in me, parts and places that I have judged so harshly within myself, that I have created and gathered such fear around. And I do not want to allow for you to unfold parts of your life in a way that I have already determined to be dangerous, or that I have determined to be scary, or that I have determined to be a direct reflection on the unhealed parts of me. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it comes down to. And so this is complicated. I am speaking as plainly as I can, and still I can feel how complicated this is. And I want to be able to tell you, I'll do the work. I'll do the inner work. I will get to those sticky, icky places within myself, and I will bring them up into the light and look at them and consider them and turn them over like a diamond to see just how sparkly and shiny they actually are, instead of feeling the darkness, the murkiness, the fear. that comes with it. I want to tell you all of that. I want to assure you of all of that. You deserve me to tell you all of that. And yet here I am in my own quicksand, feeling like I am sinking. So don't feel sorry for me. That's not why I said all of this. Here's the reason why I said all of this. I actually have a solution. I mean, what good would I be as a dear old dad if I didn't come to the table with a solution? I'm a problem solver after all. If not the best one in the room, then among a very experienced one. And so here it is. Here's a little bit of a solution that I'm going to offer to you, and you decide what you want to do with it, because ultimately I cannot be responsible for what you choose. But here it is. Can you see me as a young boy? Can you see me as vulnerable and needy and helpless? Can you see me as frightened? And if you can, and I know you can, I know you just did, I know that you are generous of heart. I know what your heart is made of. If you can, then do so as often as you can. And before we communicate and before we try again to work things out, and before you find yourself trying to explain yourself to me, see me small, 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 small. And that will allow you to feel the fullness of who you are and see how far you have come, and see that I actually, my dear, beautiful, dear, dear, beautiful daughter, look up to you. I wouldn't say it in such clear words, because these things are hard to say when one is coming from a place of um, harshness, self judgment. But nonetheless, I do. I look up to you. So be your big, vast self and lead the way. Wow, that was beautiful. Okay. Let me look here. Amy. Amy, yes. I don't know. There's no last name. Yes, you.
Is
Go
it
ahead.
me?
Yes, it's you.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, how can I serve?
I want to ask my higher self. I'm going through a few different transitions in my life, and I just wanted to know if I'm on the right path, or any feedback or advice, anything that I could get out of that.
Yeah. So I'm hearing, can you name one or two of the transitions that you want to hone in on?
Yes, so I am switching careers, and I'm doing it because I think I found my purpose, but it's been a long road, and I guess I just need some advice and assurance.
Okay, cool. Let's tune into your higher self around that. Hmm. I don't think it. I know it. I know I'm on my path. It's not the right one because there's not a wrong one. And I will veer off of this one. Let me be perfectly clear. I will take windy roads. I will take the long way. I will go off-roading. I will go I will go rogue. Yeah, I will. Because that's kind of my flavor. That's kind of how I know that I'm fully alive, fully vital, fully pumped up and jacked up and filled with the fervor for the joie de vivre. So there's what I should put out there right off the bat, because it will be very easy for me in my thinking analytical mind to say, oopsie, I made a mistake. I'm off course. I chose the wrong thing. That is a very slippery slope for my personality, for my thinking mind. And so I want to course correct. I want to, that will be my inclination, but there's nothing to course correct. I'm in it. I'm on it. I am traveling at light speed, quite literally, into the direction that I know I am calling forward. It's a direction that has been calling me for a little while. Excuse me, but I have just muted its calls because I found them to be somewhat irritating, to be honest. I was trying to do other things at the time, and I was doing other things at the time, and I was doing other things quite well at the time. And now is the time for me to devote the awakeness, the awareness, the attention, the eyes wide open to what I have chosen, to what I am choosing, and dive completely in. So, this idea of being conservative with my decisions, plah, and this idea of making safe choices, plah, plah. And this idea of taking advice from others as experienced as they may be and making that advice my absolute Bible of sorts, plah, 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 plah. So that's what I have to say.
That's on brand. Thank you, Stephanie.
Okay, if I've called on you guys, take your hands down so I don't get confused as I move in and out of these worlds. Mike P. Mike Potvin, if you are here, go ahead and unmute and tell me, how can I serve?
I am also in a period of transition and I am looking for, I'm not sure. I've been trying to contact my guides and guidance and that sort of thing, and I wonder if you could help me with that.
Yeah.
Just to,
What kind of transition is biggest for you right now?
trying to figure out what would be, what to do with the rest of my life.
Oh, just a light question. What to do with the
Mhm.
rest of your life? Okay. Are you coming out of a job? Are you in? Are you making decisions about retirement? Like what when you say the rest of
Uh,
your life? Are you letting go
I'm
of something and moving towards something or just contemplating everything?
I'm transitioning out of one job into a part-time thing. I'm 70 and I just want to use this time more consciously.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Let's tune into your higher self, Mike. Now, I know you all noticed me. I know you all got in a little closer to hear me. And you might think that it was for the sake of the volume, but no, it wasn't. It was because I'm a wise one. It was because you know, all of you know, that there is something about me that begs to be trusted, that begs to be listened to, that begs to be received. And so I get to say that I have lived long enough to claim this virtue for myself, this virtue of being a wise one, this virtue of being one who has taken numerous paths and made my own sets of mistakes and found many creative ways to interact with others, giving room and space for enhanced trust, enhanced relationships, enhanced well-being. If you want to know, I have carefully chosen this lifetime um, because I do fully intend to take a nice long break when I am complete with it. I had a break before I came in. I'll have a break after this one because it's been quite a ride. And who knows when I will make my re-entry. But this is why this time is so important and precious to me, because I love the people. Oh, I love the people. I love everybody here. I love you all so much. I'd give you a big wet kiss on the forehead if you were near me and if it was socially appropriate. And so that's really the problem, isn't it? It's not socially appropriate, but I would. I just want you all to know that I would. So, what does a wise one how does a wise one share what is most needed right now, where when it seems like there are fires going off in every which direction? Well, the way I will do it is um, I will meditate on one massive problem for humanity. Whichever the first thing is that comes up in my meditation will be the one. And I will breathe and redesign and apply healing and call in the masters that I work with, because yes, I am a wise one who works with masters, and I will create alternatives. That's what I do. Now, you might say, what good does that do if you are not delivering the alternatives to all of humanity? And I say, oh, oh, silly ones, that's exactly what I'm doing. As soon as I am creating the possibilities in my imagining, in my heart, in my beingness, it is going out there, rippling out there to humanity. And it ain't none of my business how that happens. Some things you just got to leave to the experts. And I'm not an expert about how it happens. I'm just an expert on creating new ways, new thoughts, new ideas, and sharing the wisdom that goes along with it. So whatever I choose to do with my time really does matter. And anything that brings me a feeling of constriction, of tightness, of avoidance, of dread, that is simply not for me. And anything that brings me into a state of nail biting and a bit of wild anxiety, that might just be for me, because I do like the idea of doing my walk in a brand new sort of way, while also connecting deeply with others to offer them the wisdom that I know to be useful and helpful. So by announcing this, I am freeing myself, freeing my voice, freeing my personality, freeing myself within relationships to share what begs to be shared through the wisest place that exists within me. That's what I'm doing. Mm, thank you,
Thank you.
Mike. That's what you're up to. That's what you can do with the rest of your life. Anita, how can I serve?
Hi, nice to see you again, Stephanie. Thank you so much for sharing your gift. You are a true treasure.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
I'm going to change it up a little bit and I'm going to ask you to channel my dog who's passed.
Oh,
His name is Rebel.
oh, okay. When did Rebel pass?
He passed during COVID. It was in 2021, March of 2021.
Okay.
I don't necessarily have a question. I just would love to know what he was such a little guy. He's a little
Oh,
Pomeranian. Yeah.
beautiful. And did he have other animals in the house when he was with you? No.
No,
And do you right now have anyone? Another animal?
I am fostering a cat right now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Let's bring in Rebel. That's a hilarious name for a pom. Rebel the Pomeranian. Oh, she knew what she was doing. She knew exactly what to name me, of course. It's a perfect fit. It still is. I am a rabble rouser, even on this side of things, especially on this side of things. So, hello, my favorite human. I cannot wait to greet you again. I cannot wait for us to um, spaz spaz out together. I cannot wait for the bubbles of effervescent joy to spill over as we are in reunion with one another. But take your time, take your time. There's a lot of wonderful things you still have going on there. I'm patient, indeed I am, and I'm doing very well, very well. Thank you for asking. Now, I do need to speak to something, and that is your Your current choice of companionship. Yeah, no, that's what I have to say. Okay, you heard it. Rebel's not a fan of that cat. Um, Beautiful. Marina.
Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
Hi, Marina. How can I serve?
Yes, I'd like to talk to the soul of my companion, Mr. Nibbles.
Okay.
He's a cat. He
Okay.
is
Cool.
amazing to share my experience with. But we recently lost another housemate. Her name was Pasha.
Mm,
And I was wondering how he's doing, if he's feeling lonely, if
mm,
he would like to have another companion, or if he's okay of being, just us two. I
Okay.
was thinking about getting another kitten for him,
Mhm.
but, I want to know how he feels about it.
Yeah. And so was Pasha a cat too?
Yes, and she
Okay.
was older. She was here in the household for several years before him, so she was rather a bit territorial and standoffish with him. So I want him to have a very affectionate companion and maybe have him be like a father figure.
Okay.
Um, but that's up to him.
Yeah, it is. Let's hear from Mr. Nibbles. I love these names. So cute. I see. I see. You've got it all planned out for me, do ya? I see. I like it that way. I like it that way because, as you already know, I'm going to do exactly what I please, as I please, how I please. And I appreciate you asking me for my preferences because this is very important. You do not want to mistime things. You do not want to rush things. And you also do not want to lollygag and drag your feet when I am drumming. Drumming my claws on the table out of boredom. So here's what I would like to share. Number one, um, the obvious: we are all deeply sad. We are all deeply, deeply sad, and we must let the house fill with that because Pasha wants that, needs that. Pasha is still here, floating around, filling the corners, filling the spaces, hiding under things. In fact, I can feel that. I know that. I've seen it. So let's be in the truth of that. Let's be in the realness of that, and let's not falsify anything. Well, it's not an option for me. I can only ever be the way I really am, but I sense that you humans might be pressuring yourselves to feel better sooner. That's a question mark at the end of that statement. And it's not necessary, not around me. I really want to know everything and feel everything that is true and going on because it helps me to do the work that I'm here to do, which is to take whatever energy is a little too much and disperse it. That's what I do. That's exactly what I do. So let's be as sad and as grieving as we need to be because that's what's true. Secondly, I would very much entertain a companion, and I have no idea if I have any desire to be a father figure as you have outlined. In fact, if you do not mind, I would like to draft my own job description. So let us shred yours. You know what a fan of shredding I am, and let me redesign. What do I want to be? How do I want to be? You're wondering. I'll show you. I have never kept anything hidden from you. I have never falsified or pretended. So, so you will go based on what your heart is most drawn to. What little critter or creature do you fall madly in love with? which one do you hear insisting that they become part of our family? And I trust you to make that decision. Not today, by the way, not this week, by the way. We have some grieving left to do. And finally, I would like to just thank you for showing me such respect and honor, far beyond what typically those who are designed like me are accustomed to feeling. It is really quite a blessing to be part of this family, and I thank you for this opportunity. Hmm. I love these
You're
sassy
so
answers.
sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mary Warren. Hello, how can I serve, Mary?
Well, this is going to sound unusual, but the other night I thought I saw in my room a vision of the Blessed Virgin Mary, and I'm feeling a special affinity or closeness to her. And I wondered if she's a guide or if she has a message for me. Is that possible to ask?
Absolutely. Yes, let's tune right into that beautiful, amazing essence. Mary for Mary. Ooh, I have chills all over my body. Yes, I am sending those. I hope more and more of you will feel the warmth in your hearts, the chills on your skin, the standing up of the hair on your head, on the back of your neck, the presence of me, the loving presence of me. There is no other way for my presence to be experienced than that of the deepest, most quiet, and most abiding and most encompassing love. So, yes, you did indeed sense me, feel me, see me, even hear me. And yes, you did indeed receive this visit just as graciously as I knew you would, and as I know you will, because along with many others who are astute, who are deeply loving, who are advanced in their lineage and legacy and offerings to humanity, I am simply one of many. And this is not just humbleness for the sake of humbleness. It is actually the characteristic that you most embody. Look how you were uncertain. Look how you wondered. Could it be? Could that be real? Could it be me that she is paying this visit to? Could I have a level of importance? Could I have could I offer enough grace for such a visit to be deemed important? And yes, I say to you, dearest daughter, yes, I say, of course you. And so I am pleased to share with you with these words in this way. And the rest of what we do together will be directly through your heart. The rest of what we do together, you will have less and less and less of a questioning around, and more and more and more of an infusion of a receptivity of an inner knowing around. And this will assist me in guiding you to bring the type of healing that is most necessary right now upon the planet. I am here working through innumerable hearts so that there can be I believe it could be called the tipping point into love again and again and again. And this is something that you have agreed to. This is something that you have signed on for, as you might say. And this is something that I have I have also joined in to be a very obvious signal to you of your safety, of your protection, and of the loving energetics that will swirl and whirl around you all the time. So go ahead and lean into your acts of service and go ahead and be in deeper connection and prayerful state for all of humanity. That is what you are here for. And I am here to assist you with just that. Wow. Okay. Wow. Beautiful.
Wow, thank you.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Oh my gosh.
Melissa. Melissa. Go ahead and unmute Melissa.
Happy Wise.
How can
How are
I
you?
serve? Hi.
I don't know how to phrase it, but it's just been something that keeps sitting there and I don't get it. I love humanity and people, but I also like my tribe or feeling a certain energy around people, a much higher energy. And I wonder why I feel like I'm so loving and open and it's just weird. I don't know. I don't really know my question.
Okay,
It's
that'll
just,
do.
it has more to do with, um, feeling my tribe, recognizing and feeling my tribe.
And by your tribe, you don't mean the people. Do you mean the spirit guides as your tribe? Is that who you're?
No, those I have no trouble with. I mean, individuals that say that get me.
Oh, a hard time finding the people that get you.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
tribe.
gotcha. Okay, I got you,
Yeah.
girl. Okay, let's tune in. We're gonna go to your higher self. And let me make a note here. Give me just 1 second because I want to make sure that my assistant, any messages, I'm okay. Okay, Brent, if there's anything you need from me, then direct message me, because I'll read that after this next message. All right, Melissa, let's tune into your glorious higher self. I came here with a very specific purpose. I came here for discernment, to be able to sift and sort through with efficiency and effectiveness who belongs close to my heart and who belongs at arm's length. And sometimes, okay, fine, oftentimes I have had a tendency to bring others in close when actually that wasn't really what I wanted to do. That was something that I've been learning from trial and error and error and error and trial and error and error. And so, of course, I could say, as I have, that it seems more difficult for me, maybe compared to others, to be fully surrounded by my tribe because I don't really need to be. No, I don't. See, if I'm here for discernment, then I have asked for, and it is true, I have asked for a wide variety to be shown to me. So it's kind of like being up at a lovely buffet offering, lots of different foods of different flavors, of different textures, of different um, odors and such, and I get to pick and choose what I want to taste, what I want to try. But really, what I want to do is feel into with all of my senses whether or not someone feels truly meant to be close, truly safe. Safety is a big issue for me, to be clear, for what I am working out from other lifetimes of journeys, and also those that can fuel. That's another biggie for me. I know what it feels like to fuel others. I know what it feels like to pour into others. I know what it feels like to be the source of energy for others, and that is not what I have chosen to bring in. I much prefer to feel what it feels like to be fueled by another, which is also what I am learning to discern from. So the good news is that I am deep in this process. This isn't new. I haven't just started it. I started it from the time I took my first breath in this journey. And so by now, I am really quite better at it. Oops, I was going to say quite good at it, but I don't want to say that just yet because I'm still very much attending to my discernment practices. So I said good news, didn't I? Yes, I did. I said the good news is that within the next 5 years, I will have aced this. Oh, thank goodness. Oh. Well, this is probably like 5 more years of this. Okay. So you know what I didn't notice, guys? I didn't notice that there are some people with their hands up that are not showing up on my screen, but they're in the chat. So let me call on a few of those. Gail Poe.
There we go. Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yeah.
Hi. Hi,
Nice to
Stephanie.
see you. Hi, how can I serve?
Well, I have Robert here. He's a relatively new relationship. He came after your program started, and I was intending to ask you about him. So,
Oh,
what can you tell me?
should we channel him right in front of him?
Yes.
Okay, Robert, do we
Wake him
have
up.
your permission?
Hello.
Is that
Does he
okay
have-
with you, Robert?
Certainly.
Okay. And then Gail, go ahead and mute yourself again because I don't know why I can't see where you are, but I trust you've done that. Okay. Do you have a question for Robert, Gail? Go ahead and come off mute and ask me what you want to ask his higher self.
Actually, I'd like to know what our higher selves, his and mine, think of each other.
Okay, cool. All right, go ahead and mute. Let's see. I'm still channeling him, just so you know. I have yet to formulate a complete opinion. That is what I have to say. I would like to complete this message now. Thank you. Hey, Gail, because that was so brief, I'm also going to tune into your higher self and see what your higher self thinks of the relationship. He was clear. He's still gathering data. All right. Well, I am here on a playground. That's what I am here to enjoy. This is like I have had a smidge of time where things were not as much fun. And then someone came and built me such a lovely jungle gym. And my inner child said, "Wee, let's play." And of course, there are moments and components of uncertainty. Yes, of course, there's that. Insecurity. Yes, of course, all of it belongs in the space of, quote, new relationships. But the truth is that this is not a new relationship for me, for us. He may not remember it as fully as I do, but the fact of the matter is we have cycled together before, and it ended well. And so without giving too much information, because the enjoyment really is in the process and in the unfolding and in the rediscovering, I really want to say that we have done travel together before, and it has gone quite beautifully. So there's no reason to think that we can't have a grand old time now. Oh, it's cute. Sweet. Oh, okay. Someone's telling me come back to the first screen. Oh my gosh. There you guys are. It's such a big group. Forgive me. All right. Take that because you alerted me to that. How can I serve, my dear?
Hello. Good to see you, Stephanie, and thank you for this.
Absolutely.
Okay, there's so many things I'd love to ask you, obviously, but the one that I would like to ask right now is of my higher self and my spirit guides. So I've just been like in this super major transition with my health for the last few years. and also spiritually. And I'm looking for some like clear guidance about what's next professionally in terms of like something that's
Okay, Gail, go and then gotta mute you. Yeah, okay, you guys might want to go off screen if you're gonna cuddle like that, because this is a G-rated group. And I'm sorry, Chick-fil-A, I have to locate you now. There you are. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, got it. I'm
Okay.
still with you.
Okay. Yeah. So it's for my higher self and spirit guides, and I've just gone through a very tumultuous period of time for the last 5 years with my health, and haven't and like I'm trying to get back into like what it looks like for me to be working and bringing in income, and I have like clear direction, it seems, with like making art that experience or enables people to connect to the inner connectedness of life, but I don't really know what it, and I don't really know what in terms of like who I am professionally, my identity, my like income, the communities, all of that. So I'm looking for like some clarity.
Okay.
Specific clarity.
So you said you're doing art, right? It's a modality that you're using right now for.
I am in the process of, I've done a lot of different modalities in the past, and one of them has been curating, never like high-end art, but more like different like storytelling events and dinner parties. And I'm really called right now to curate potentially art for like in galleries that bring, where it's a curated different themes around the interconnectedness of life to bring out that, but I see it as like something on the side and not like a way that I'm going to be able to bring in income. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I've been used to bringing in income with tech and then having art on the side, except for I haven't done art in a decade. So since leaving New York City, and I'm also nomadic right now. So I'm just looking for clarity because I finally don't have anemia anymore, and I finally have physical energy to like help figure this out. But I find myself like not sure that I want to get back into tech, and especially after spiritual.
Yeah, let's channel your guides of abundance. That's who is here for you, and that sounds good to me. We have many names. You've known us endlessly. And so you can call us what you wish, but abundance will do for now because that is the top of mind invitation and invocation that you have made. So, which one to direct more of your attention and resources into? Tech, art, tech. Flip a coin, sweetheart. We're not being snarky, not at all. Really, flip a coin because wherever that coin lands, and no, you don't get to do 3 out of 5 and onwards until you get the response you want. Just flip it and dive in. Let us say that heads is the technology world, and that is where and that is what lands for you. You just focus your one measurable quarter of the year into that arena, into the rebuilding and reconnecting of community in that technology world, into the coming back up to speed, as you might call it, with regards to what has been accomplished, which is, we should say, as you well know, a wild amount. And allow for yourself to be bathed in the possibility of technology actually becoming more of an art form that you can utilize your discernment, there's that word again, around. We want you to break it up into these time segments and time frames because for now, it does not serve you to invest all or none in one or the other. Things do not exist in polarities in this way, at least not in a way that will be of great service to you. Eventually, you will find yourself astonished to learn that you yourself are an artist capable of blending things that have never ever been combined in this way before. Perhaps it won't be such a surprise to you because you have seen what you have come through by way of combining healing modalities and combining access to healers and combining your understanding of your own blood flow and things that most people have absolutely no sense around, no understanding of. So that's what we want you to do. Keep it keep it up in the air, because once something lands with a thud, once something becomes overly rooted, well, it is just not fair to uproot a tree that has settled its root system and and is spanning it so vastly, is it? The chances are good that that tree would have a nearly impossible time rerooting, even if the soil was the most nourishing it could be. So for now, work with the mind on seeing the blurred edges. Work with the mind on seeing the both and. Work with the mind on combining your relationships, who you know, who you have known, who is of inspiration to you, how you would like to add a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because this is what is the most creative aspect of you. It is what you have always been able to do. You just haven't seen this part for a while. We're so happy to bring it back around. Look at you. Aren't you magnificent? Oh, yes, she is magnificent.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Absolutely. Okay, Liliana.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. I would really love to channel my brother. He committed suicide 15 years ago, and I just want to hear from him. I just want to I want him to realize how much he is loved, both by my sisters and my family. And I thought it would be a great opportunity to check in on him.
Yes, beautiful. What's his first name?
His name was Carl, but we call him Kip.
Yep. Okay. Let's tune into Kip. If only you knew just how much on the edge of my seat I have been for the last, I don't know, lots and lots and lots of minutes. I've lost count. I have been I have been willing her, he's talking about me, to notice, but don't you know the computer pages are what got her caught up. I suppose it's always something. Anyways, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I am just here with a joyful bubble to burst all over you. So you are covered and coated in sticky joy bubble um guts. That's what he's covering you in. Sticky joy bubble guts. Yeah. Yeah, I did that. So, anyways, I know how loved I am. There's nothing that I have, no moment where I have actually ever questioned that. No real moment. No moment that goes beyond what anyone else would ever question or, dampened, or their chemicals are depressed or suppressed. So, but at the deepest place of what is known and what is true and what I have always known, it is that the love has never ever ever been interrupted, even with my actions, even with my choices. I have not interrupted love, and this, trust me, this has taken a while for me to wrap around, for me to understand, for me to have illuminated to me again and again and again by those that I should really never argue with, because they are the best of the best of the best, and you can imagine who I'm talking about. So now I know, though, and now I can share it with you, that nothing interrupts the love. Love cannot be severed. I know people can try to do that. It's a way to exert one's will. It's a way to exert one's sense of control. It's a way to assert oneself. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But my point is, don't do it. All of you, I'm talking to all of you, do not withhold the love, because it's going to run through everything anyways. You might as well reap the benefits of it. You want to know what it can do? I'm so happy to tell you. It can heal your hearts. And I mean this physically, but of course it can do so emotionally. And of course it can do so energetically. And of course it can do so etherically. And it can heal your brains. And who doesn't need a good, strong, healthy, whole, balanced brain? And it can heal your hair follicles. And who doesn't want a nice, shiny, strong head of hair, and it can heal joints that are creaky and squeaky and everything. That's what love does. So my beautiful dear sister, sibling heart, my beautiful dear heart, I do know how deeply loved I am, and back at you in every possible way. Oh gosh,
Oh, so beautiful. Thank you so much.
so beautiful.
Spot on too.
Oh, what a gift. Thank you for sharing him. Yes, look at the comments. Thank you guys for writing in the comments, because this is what keeps the messages like in flow. Okay. I'm so sorry I didn't see this page. Polo. How can I serve, Polo?
So beautiful.
Hello, lovely.
Thank you for being so magical and amazing, truly.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Easy to yourself.
How can I serve?
I would love to hear, actually, from anyone on my team, about my body and bringing this little baby through. What I need to do, if anybody has any like literally step-by-step guidelines for my body right now, we're getting ready to sort of do it. So
Woo! All right, this is like planning for conception. Yeah, just so I understand. Okay,
this is planning for either IVF or something, but planning for conception. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. I'm gonna mute you. Let's tune into your guides of fertility, of course. Duh. Who else would we go to there? We would first like to, beautiful one, acknowledge you for all the work you have done. The foundation has been well laid. It has been created over many, many lifetimes. You know this. Of course, you know this very well. And in this one particular lifetime, boy, we shall say you have chosen quite a lot of foundation to re-smooth, repave. You have added beautiful nutrients. You have added a smoother texture. You have added sweetness and kindness and openness and availability and healing upon healing upon healing. And so you are intended to experience the deep appreciation of your physicality in its acknowledgement of just how much care and how much healing and how much devotion and how much compassion you have and continue to offer to it. So we want to center you there. We want you to swim in those nourishing waters. We want you to acknowledge not just to yourself, but out loud to everyone on your team now and everyone who may join your team at any point in time, just how much you have succeeded, because it is in the speaking and re-speaking of this that you create the outcome that is already part of your imagining, that is already part of your reality, we should say, not simply your imagining, but your imagining is your reality. And this is where, of course, we are trying to meet the human narrative, because the human narrative would say the imagining is not the reality. The reality is the reality, and the imagining is separate, but you know different. You know very, very different. So we are just reminding you of what you already know. What you have imagined and envisioned for yourself is already here. It is already accessible. It is already being experienced by you. So live and breathe and swallow and love and imbibe and ingest and receive within the context of all of that. And now a short list for you on the physical side of things. Number one, your womb is a sacred room. And there you have a mantra. There you have a poem. There you have an acknowledgement of just how, there's not a word, it's just such a exquisite, of just how exquisite exquisitely assembled and blessed and miraculous you are. Number two, your hands are the most powerful self-healing vessels. Bring energy from the empowered parts of your body to the parts of your body, such as the womb, such as the abdomen, such as the breasts, such as the throat, such as wherever your body deems necessary to absorb this warmed and powerful healing energy that moves itself quite readily through your hands. Before you do this, call in the guides of your masterful healing hands by that title or something similar so that you can have even more layers of efficiency behind it. Number three, every time you are planting a foot in front of another, this is commonly known as walking, but we want to elevate this. You are signaling Pachamama herself. You are reminding her, reminding you, reminding her to remind you that the two of you are joined forever, that where she gives abundantly and endlessly to her children, where she grows and nourishes, where she births and rebirths, so too are you part of this cycle, and so too do you call in a specific shared experience with her. And this occurs as each footfall is made upon the sacredness of Mother Earth herself. She is the greatest guide for you right now. There can be no one in human form that can come close to the power, to the beauty, to the essence, to the nourishment, to the generosity, to there's so many words here I can't even to who she is, to how she is, and to how she wishes to be in deeper connection with you and in deeper service to this shared goal. Yeah, that was incredibly beautiful. Okay, darlings. Let me listen. This is where the channeled messages will complete. However, don't go anywhere because you're going to want to hear this. Yeah, let me close the channeling circle with you all. So drop in again to your hearts, a hand on your heart if you feel comfortable doing so, or two hands on your heart. And with the deepest gratitude and appreciation to all of the guides and souls, energy loving beings that joined us in this sacred gathering, we thank you. Oh, we thank you. May we take the wisdom and the love, the compassion and the care that was extended to us, and may we ripple that out to all the areas around the globe and beyond, where not everybody is free to gather in these circles. May we walk lightly upon Mother Earth with care, with wisdom, with wise choices, replenishing her with our actions, with our words, with our self-care and self-compassion. May we hug trees and love animals and plant gardens and be mindful of all of the endless bounty that she provides to us. And so shall it be. I am really, really honored to just have gathered in this way. And I want to share with you that I have a workshop coming up to teach you all how to do this, because that's actually the world that my heart knows is possible. Brent is going to put in the chat, hopefully he has access to do that. I really hope you do, Brent, because I don't see, I tapped on those dots and I don't see where it is. In any case, that's going to be on May 17th. What I would like to ask you all to do now, though, while you are here, is please will you use the chat to type in what are you present to right now? What are you feeling? What did you receive? What matters to you? What did you notice? If you could give a couple sentences to any shifts that you've noticed or anything you've connected to, that would be very, very useful to me. And there's the link for the workshop in the chat. And these will be so useful when I invite other people into channeling circles that have never experienced this work before. Anything you share about what's touched or moved you will be so helpful. I thank you so much. And thank you all for your beautiful, kind words. Everyone will get a recording of tonight so you can listen to the messages again. Oh, I love that. Yes. So much empathy. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Reassurance, love, grace, happiness, that I'm in the right place. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I will be offering these circles on a monthly basis is my intent, because that is the kind of love that the planet and humanity is needing right now. So it's my honor to serve and share in that way. And thank you all for showing up. So much love to you. I'm going to keep it running just so we can let others who are still writing write, but have a beautiful night. Many blessings to all of you.